The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, go here! 180! 11! Hey! 53, ready.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hurry up. Zoom. Hey! Jump out!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Where y'all going? Hey, check 26. Yeah, this. Read it.
Rodgers to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
That's fine now. Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is taken near the 13. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
We got three, 4 down.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away route. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenny Clark with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Set, ready.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Stafford on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On second down, here's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On first down, Rodgers. And incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, check 26. No.
Throwing again, Rodgers. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, check 26. Jump out! Zone.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, where are going?
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, where are going? Hey, check 26. Gun.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later.
Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Zoom, zoom. Hey, where y'all going? Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. Yeah, Liz.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eli Harold in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Zoom, zoom. That's fine, yeah. Where y'all going?
Now Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Where y'all going? Hey, check 26. Jump out. Hey, check 26.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This will be taken short, and he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate, 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23.
53, ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, this is caught. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
All right. Hey, check 26.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Hey! Jump out!
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Let's go.
Rodgers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Zoom.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Zoom.
Rodgers to throw once more. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Over here.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardages come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. Pat, there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. Detroit getting set to go now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On first down, it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Set. Waiting. 21.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
21. 80. Hot. Check 43.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Well, the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
check 26. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Charles Tapper, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Zoom. Jump out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check 26. Jump out.
Now Rodgers, a free play. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Hey, check 26. Zoom.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Zero. Hey, you got three. Three down. Hey, tag 50 left.
From his own goal line, Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Zero. Hey.
throwing on third down. Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second down, here's Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. Oh, he slipped right by him. Still going. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Back now at Ford Field.
Zoom. 319.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Jump out. Hey, check 26. Hey. Zoom.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Tate. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
21. Set. 180. Now give me radar. Give me radar. 53. Here we go.
Now it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Lions. and even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return, it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lights 50, lights 50. Light. Hey, give me radar. 22.
To throw again. Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, Red.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Being chased, and he's going to go down again. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Tag 53. Middle. Stay 50.
This is the newest member of the Lion backfield, LeGarrette Blount. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blount, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And he puts it through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find them.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Over here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 26.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
10.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it. And this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Zebra! Hey, tag 50 left! Big 20! 21! Tag 53!
Back to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, boys, here we go.
Back to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Single, slot. Hey, you're running out of there.
Now Stafford. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and now it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up.
That's caught inside the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
One final try now for Rodgers. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Lions, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's loss number